Alright, greetings my friends. Now, with this video, I am officially crossing that barrier, crossing that path, which I set for myself where I don't talk about weird, trippy stuff on this channel. I think I've already crossed that path a little while ago, but today it's happening like never before, because today we are going to be talking about semen retention, sexual alchemy, the benefits of it, kind of the process of sexual transmutation, the benefits of it, what that brings on the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual plane, how it allows you to manifest quicker. We're getting into some crazy stuff today, is what I'm trying to say. We're getting into some crazy stuff today. And I know that I've been holding off talking about this because in reality, I know a lot of stuff about this. This is something I've researched a lot, I've practiced a lot, I've experienced firsthand. And I just knew that the moment I start talking about it, I'll just continue talking about it because it's so powerful and interesting and fascinating. And what I was pretty much scared of is becoming one of these YouTubers who only talk about semen retention. Literally every thumbnail of their YouTube channel has the word semen in it. So for me, it at times feels like if you scroll through one of their pages, it's as if their channel is just drowning in semen. They're just swimming in semen, bro. And that's not something I'm trying to become. That's not something I want to do on this channel. I really want to diversify this into all types of spiritual aspects, philosophy, really anything I want. So yeah, but now I'm getting into this. So really, let's quit the yapping and let's get into it. Buckle your seatbelts. This is gonna be crazy. I came prepared. I have a little notepad, so let's get it. Now look, energy cannot be created or destroyed. That is a fundamental principle which we know. So also, no, sexual alchemy, sexual transmutation is something which both men and women can practice. Today's video, I am talking about men because I've done it myself. I am a male. I know it from the male perspective. I know it through the male lens. I know it is something which applies to women. I know that there are specific methods for women. I have no idea how any of that stuff works. I'm not going to pretend like I do. So if you're a female watching this, I don't know if this applies to you at all. If you want to learn it from the male's perspective, that's fine. But I'm speaking from the male perspective, right? Cool. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. So it can only be transmuted, right? Your body, the moment you stop having orgasms, if you do not ejaculate, if you do not release your semen, which is your life force as a man, nothing in the body contains more prana than your semen, because it is your vital force. It is literally capable of creating a whole nother human being. And if we just look at the fact that a drop of semen is capable of creating, of planting that seed into the creation of a whole human being that can be born and live up to 90 years and create all types of majestical stuff within their lifetime, you're gonna know that it is powerful. It is a very powerful thing. And if you learn how to transmute that power, you can literally do anything. Like, I'll try to have some structure to this video, but basically, check this out. Your body is going to transmute it, if you do not release it, into higher energy centers. It gets created at the root chakra, the sacral chakra, which are the bottom two chakras, the most animalistic, instinctual chakras. And if we look at Kundalini, or even like references to the Bible, or like slaying the serpent or slaying the dragon, that's all symbolic of you raising that serpent energy to higher energy centers of the body. And that's something I talk about because I've made a whole series on chakras. If you don't know what chakras are, this is something you should probably learn before watching this video. So go watch my video, How Our Chakras Manifest Our Physical Reality. It's a banger. And pretty much, look, your body is going to transmute it into higher chakras. It's going to raise that sexual essence, that fluid, that, you get what I'm saying, into higher energy centers. First to the solar plexus, then the heart, then the throat chakra, third eye, crown chakra, enlightenment. Hits your pineal gland, goes crazy. Cool. So it also gets transmuted into your nervous system. It regenerates your entire nervous system and heals your brain. Literally creates new neurons. And pretty much this sexual prana can be transmuted into physical, mental, creative, spiritual pursuits. Now, Asian cultures refer to this prana as a chi. In English, you know the word vital force. That's what it's implying to. So look, there's a man called, what's his name? One sec. It's the guy who created a book on Think and Grow Rich. I don't remember the name, but he has a quote in the book regarding this practice. Let me read it to you real quick. Sex desire is the most powerful of human desires. When driven by this desire, men develop keenness of imagination, courage, willpower, persistence, and creative ability unknown to them at other times. So strong and impelling is the desire for sexual contact that men freely run the risk of life and reputation to indulge it. When harnessed and redirected along other lines, this motivating force maintains all of its attributes of keenness of imagination, courage, etc., which may be used as powerful creative forces in literature, art, or in any other profession or calling, including, of course, the accumulation of riches. I'll try to remember that name. It's a very famous dude. Anyways, so that's that. Let me tell you about the people who have been known to use that, to transmute their sexual energy and practice transmutation, or, in some cases, consciously or unconsciously. Look, these are basically the geniuses of the world. We have Mahatma Gandhi. We have Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs literally explained that it is the core principle behind his invention and accumulation of wealth. We have Muhammad Ali, and Muhammad Ali, literally probably one of the greatest boxers of all time. I'll link it into the physical power it gives you later. Then we have Sir Isaac Newton, who was known to die a virgin, so he just probably never discovered the fact that touching yourself feels good. He never had that moment when he's 12 years old and he realizes that, it's not only to pee. Yeah, he just never discovered that, I guess. I mean, now and then an apple fell on his head and then he invented some formula. He's a nerd, basically, like, whatever. We have Pythagoras, which is very interesting because he literally created numerology. He is the godfather of numerology. Numerology is something I'm really into. I will in the future also make a video on the people, like what date you're born, have the best benefits and can truly harness the power of sexual transmutation, sexual alchemy, more than other numbers, because some numbers carry much more sexual energy than others. Now, we have Winston Churchill, who claimed that it is because he does not ejaculate during intercourse that he is able to write for so long. We have Nikola Tesla, who I consider the biggest genius of the world. Then we have Beethoven. We have Andy Warhol. That is going to tie into creative energy because he was an artist. And then we have Leonardo da Vinci. Like, I'm telling you, in my opinion, Da Vinci and Tesla are the two biggest geniuses of the world. They practiced it. Maybe they know something that the average person does not. I'm just saying. Now, let's talk about benefits. I have a list of maybe like 20 different benefits. I will maybe create like bullet points and talk about each one of them. So, number one, increased energy, increased overall life energy and essence. It is because your body is reabsorbing your own prana, your own sexual energy, your semen as a man. And that prana literally becomes alchemized and transmuted, giving you a higher vitality. And that is as simple as that. That's kind of like the first point. Let's go on to the second point, which is that you have an improved mood. You're going to have a stable mood. You know, if you drink coffee, you have a high, you have a low, you have a high, you have a low. I was a giant fan of nicotine for like 6 years. Bro, to me, nicotine felt better than any orgasm like ever did. And I've had some bomb ass orgasms, I'm telling you. Dude, nicotine was something I was really into, I'm telling you. And with nicotine, it's the same. You have a high, and then your body kind of, digests it. It has a really short half-life, which is why half an hour to an hour later, you need another nicotine pouch or another cigarette. So you have a high, a low, a high, low, high, low, and you're constantly on this wave of moods. And if you're already emotionally unstable like me, that just makes you go crazy, which is something I've enjoyed as well. But anyways, with orgasms and the release, ejaculation, it is the same. It's a high and then a low and then a flat line, you see? And then until your body regains that energy, regains that essence, builds up that prana again, you're at a low. Then you have an orgasm, you're at a high again. But if you don't do it, if you transmute that sexual energy, direct it towards higher chakras, you don't have that emotional roller coaster. You're stable. And that is something very powerful to implement if you're a man. You want to be stable in a sense. You don't want to be overly emotional. Now, I'm a Cancer zodiac, which means I'm like tied to the moon, which changes zodiacs every 2.5 days. So I'm very unstable and moody and like unpredictable. And that's something which kind of serves me because it gives me a little benefit to that balance. It just allows you as a man to keep that internal equilibrium, you see? And you're not going to be impulsive. You're not going to make decisions based on impulsive, irrational behavior. You're going to be stable. It's a virtuous quality to have as a man, is being grounded and stable and have control over your emotions instead of your emotions controlling you, you see? So look, point number 3, motivation. Higher purpose. So look, why are you going to be more motivated if you do not release? It is because from a physical point of view, the act of intercourse and sex and ejaculating into a female, kind of getting her pregnant, is the highest purpose of existence. I'm talking from the physical point of view, from the animalistic, instinctual, reptilian brain, physical flesh and bones point of view, right? That is the highest purpose of your physical body. And now, that means that as soon as you release, as soon as you ejaculate, your body, you're sending signals to your brain that you have accomplished the highest purpose of your existence. You have done it, you've impregnated this female, you have completed your mission. You can literally die and it's not even gonna matter. You've done it, you have achieved everything, you don't need to do anything anymore. You're successful, you've achieved it, right? She's pregnant as fuck, right? So If you ejaculate, that's what you're signaling to your brain. It's that I have achieved it. And then your brain instantly understands it in the sense that, okay, I don't need to try hard anymore. I've done it. I don't need to assert myself into the world. I don't need to work hard. I don't need to do nothing. When a plant releases its seed, it either dies or goes dormant. And it's the same with human beings. Like the moment in French, it's called petite petite muerte or something, which literally implies small death, because you are killing a part of your essence, a part of your life force. You're giving away your life force. So now you're like dead and low energy, low vitality. You have no more life force left in you. You're like, yeah, petite death, petite muerte, whatever. And yeah, if you don't release, your body never gets that satisfaction and that instinctual signal that I have accomplished everything I need to, which means that you're always going to keep pushing. You're going to keep going, focused on your purpose, focused on your mission, your work, whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is that you are channeling that energy into. I have like 20 more bullet points coming up, don't worry. But yeah, it's literally gonna keep you motivated because you're not signaling to your body that you have achieved it all. You see? And that's the thing. Most men release pretty much every day, and it's usually to porn as well, which is messing you up psychologically and in all types of ways. I mean, I'm talking like I've never done it, bro. I've watched like some insane stuff, but that's what has led me to this path. It's because I've gone into like the darkest darkness, into like the biggest degeneracy, which is why I can now go into the light in a sense. Cool. Where was I? Oh yeah. As soon as you release, a bunch of testosterone obviously gets released, but your estrogen goes up as a man. Your estrogen goes up. Estrogen makes you passive. It kills that drive. It kills that beast in you, that animalistic, crazy psycho in you, right? And you need to like keep that psycho to achieve everything, you know? Okay, look, confidence and courage. You're gonna be more confident and courageous. You're also gonna, because you have more testosterone in you, because you're not wasting your testosterone, you are going to be more assertive. You're going to have that masculine, divine nature to you, you see? And that's the thing, other men can feel it. Other men can feel it on an instinctual level. That's the thing with spirituality. It doesn't matter whether you believe in spirituality or not, because 99% of men don't believe in any spiritual, occult, kind of esoteric knowledge. But that doesn't mean that it's not real. It's realer than real. And if you know this, if you understand certain spiritual concepts, you have an advantage over 99% of men, because the fact that they don't believe in it doesn't mean it's not real. It's like an ostrich putting their head in the sand, thinking that their trouble is gone. I don't see anything, that means it's not real. The fact that you don't see something does not mean it does not exist or that it is not real, you see? And yeah, men can feel it on some subconscious level that you are almost like the alpha. And that's a cringe ass word to say, but you are gonna have that dominant nature to you. Because, dude, I'm telling you, you go on semen retention for 2-3 weeks, a month, you walk in a gym, every guy is staring at you, and you're like, what's the fuck? What's wrong with you? Why are you staring at me? But it's like, it's as if they're like intimidated by you almost. And like, that's something I've experienced for myself. So I know it's real, because I'm not like some big muscular dude. Like I'm pretty skinny actually. And it's that dominance is not physical, it's a spiritual, psychological dominance. You are able to dominate over others on some psychological, spiritual plane. Even if they are physically stronger, they're gonna sense something weird about you that just makes them fold, you know? You become like the powerful lobster. Some Jordan Peterson type of quote. Okay, where was I? Cool. Okay, you have more focus and mental clarity. And that is because you are directing that sexual energy towards higher chakras. You're now not only letting that sexual energy remain in the root and sacral chakra, possibly making its way to the solar plexus, you are now making it accessible for the pineal gland, third eye chakra, and the crown chakra, which gives you that mental clarity. And just mental clarity in itself is like that's the instrument you need to achieve anything you want. You want to be a millionaire? Learn how to have a clear mind. You can make millions of dollars. You can do anything. You can create anything. You can become the next big artist. Anything you want is attainable when you learn how to master your mind. Cool. Yeah, and that is literally that. You are allowing that sexual essence, that prana, to boost up higher energy centers, higher chakras. This stuff is realer than real. This stuff is realer than real. I'm telling you, bro. Creativity. This is probably one of the most powerful points in this video. Now look, your sexual energy, as I've mentioned, your semen, is capable of producing a whole child. It is as close as you come to being God. Let me repeat that. It is as close as you come to being God, because you can create a whole nother human. So if you think that, if you know that your sexual energy can create a whole human being, don't you think that if you transmute that energy and you don't waste it onto a piece of paper or the shower drain, you can access higher states of creativity? Because that's all that sexual energy is. It is creative energy. It is creative in the sense that you can create a human being. You can create life. It is creative energy. And that ties into you being able to connect with your inner child and access states of creativity which you will never be able to access outside of it. Whether that is a business idea, an art project, a school project, a presentation for your university degree, your some essay, a book you want to write, a way you want to present yourself in a speech, even just like making a YouTube video. You're gonna have so much more creative power. You're gonna have so much more creative power. And I mentioned that Andy Warhol used that practice. Andy Warhol is a creative genius. He is one of the wealthiest, most popular, most talented artists of our time. He uses it. Maybe he knows something we don't. Let's go on to self-awareness. Now look, your semen carries your own genetic information. It's literally you, right? Which is why if you have a kid, that kid is most likely gonna look like you, unless your wife is actually lying to you and she was busy with Tyrone. We've all been there. But okay. Bro, I keep making that joke. It's stupid. Yeah, self-awareness. You're gonna access deeper states of yourself. You're gonna understand yourself better because you have more of yourself in yourself. That sounds cringe, but that's what we're dealing with. And that allows you to access deeper states of meditation. That allows you to really go within. And if you've seen some of my videos, I talk a lot about going within and how that all the power, all the creativity, all the strength and knowledge and wisdom and strength, and yeah, I keep repeating myself, all of that which you need is already within you. And people spend their whole life searching for things outside themselves. But if they were to look within, if they didn't try to find things with their eyes looking out, but they looked into their inner eye, which is their pineal gland, where all the knowledge which you could ever possess lies, you would have the key to the universe. You would have the key, at least to your own life. So looking within, and meditation is a great tool for that, is so powerful. And the act of sexual alchemy transmutation allows you to do that much quicker. And that leads to spiritual highs, something I'll talk about a bit later. You're gonna have more testosterone. As a guy, as simple as that, you're gonna have more testosterone and all the benefits that come with having high testosterone. Simple as that. It's because you're not wasting it and you're not having those estrogen spikes. That's it. You're gonna have self-control, which is so important as a man, especially when it comes to the sexual sphere. Every act of sexual assault, in whichever form it comes, some are worse than others, they occur because men are not able to have control over their instinctual, animalistic, primal nature. And do I need to explain to you the dangers that come when men are not able to control their sexuality? I don't think I have to. I think we're all aware of the insanity and danger that goes down when men don't have control over their sexuality. You see, I don't need to go any further. So, sorry, if sex is the highest pleasure, right, on the physical plane, then abstaining from that allows you to get self-control over all the other aspects of your life. If you can control that serpent nature, if you can control the lower chakras, and the orgasm is probably the most powerful of these forms, if you can control your sexual energy, if you can control it instead of letting it control you, you will slowly find out that you are getting control over every other aspect of your life. You're all of a sudden able to quit that addiction. You're able to start doing all the habits you wanted to do. You're gonna implement all the knowledge you actually have. You see, if you can control the most pleasurable thing you have as a guy, you can control everything else, and you can master anything else. Does that make sense? Cool. And do I need to talk about the importance of having discipline as a guy? Dude, I'm telling you, most people my age don't have discipline. I had a boss back when I was working somewhere, and he told me, like, he was so impressed with like the discipline I have. Oh my God, Nikita, how do you have that discipline, bro? I mean, maybe it's that, maybe I'm just more disciplined than the average guy, but the average guy my age does not have a gram of discipline and does not have that self-control, especially over their animalistic sexual nature. That's dangerous. It's not only dangerous, it's like almost scary, right? Cool. I said you're able to access deeper meditation, okay? Now look, let me talk about some physical benefits. Now, it revitalizes your entire nervous system, you know? You have 33 vertebrae in your spine. Jesus died at 33. Water freezes at 33 degrees Fahrenheit, or something like that. Something like that. And also, if you look at Freemasons, their highest rank is the 33rd rank of Freemasonry. And what all of that is symbolizing to is the sexual alchemy, raising that sexual essence, that seed, onto the 33 vertebrae of your spine, reaching the pineal gland, causing a kundalini awakening, causing literal enlightenment. That's it. It's like, that's something you have to kind of get into yourself. That's something I can talk about for maybe days. I don't think my computer can handle that amount of data, but yeah, it's real. It's real. You can research that for yourself. I bet there's other YouTubers that do a way better job at explaining it than I do. I just want this video to put some ideas into your mind, plant those, seeds into your mind, and then you can, in the future, kind of, wake up to all that stuff if you're not yet. But if you're still watching this, that means you already have a certain interest in it, which means that it's a matter of time until you understand and practice the stuff I'm talking about. Cool. Let's see. What can I talk about? Okay, physical benefits. So yeah, it revitalizes your entire nervous system. That's that. It heals your bones. It makes your bones more strong. You're gonna have clearer eyes. Your eyes are gonna be clear. If you look at a guy that has a porn addiction, their eyes are like red and burning because when you're watching porn, you don't blink. And that literally causes your eyes to get burned. So guys that are like porn addicts, they're just like walking zombies, like from The Walking Dead. You see? Yeah. It goes to your hair. That's why guys that have porn addictions have like the most nasty skin. They start going bald at age 23. That's because they are not letting any of that vital energy transmute itself into their body, right? That's why they go bald. That's why their hair starts falling out. That's why their bones start breaking down. They get, what's it called? Rickets, or I'm not even joking. Like, it sounds funny. The stuff I'm saying is like, it sounds ridiculous. It's realer than real. It's realer than real. I'm telling you, bro. Cool. It also goes into your voice. You're gonna have a more deep voice. You're gonna have a more stable voice. No cracks. Just a nice little masculine voice. When did that ever go wrong? Cool. Besides that, I talked about like Muhammad Ali, and it's not only Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, some of the greatest fighters. Who was it as well? Bruce Lee. Literally, probably like the three most iconic fighters ever have all practiced semen retention. And that is because it makes you so much more powerful on the physical level. It makes you so much stronger on the physical plane. You can lift more weight. You are more intuitive with your fighting. You can sense where your opponent is going to punch you next. It's just a very powerful advantage to have. Cool. Let's talk about attraction. Now, a bunch of guys talk about female attraction on semen retention. A bunch of guys do this because they never get attention from women, and now they, practice this for 2-3 weeks, a month, and all of a sudden, like, women are obsessed with them. That's kind of if this is why you're doing it, I don't know if it's like the most moral or even like highest purpose into which you can channel that sexual energy, but you're gonna become so attractive. You're gonna become eye candy for women, men, whoever it is you're attracted to. I truly don't care. But yeah, and that is because you have an aura around you. If you, once again, go back to my video on chakras, or you can watch my videos 10 signs you're a high vibrational person to learn about this. But yeah, your aura becomes more powerful. Your aura becomes more powerful. Your electromagnetic field, prana, chi, vital force, vital energy, it becomes so much more powerful. You also, your pheromones is it called? Yeah. Apparently that gives women like some crazy attraction towards you. So that's that. I mean, I just know that, Yeah, you practice it for a bit and women go crazy, I'm telling you. I mean, and it's not just because I'm a good looking dude. Like, there's a big difference I notice between when I practice this and when I don't. When I don't, it's so different. I swear, if someone comes into my room right now and ruins that video, okay, no. I just need to keep talking to let whoever's behind that door know that I'm trying to do something here. Okay, cool. So that's that. Now, look, something crazy I want to mention as well. Manifestation. You are able to manifest so much quicker when you have your sexual energy, when you have that prana within you. Through visualization, sex magic, there's a thing called sex magic where you use sigils or like crazy stuff. If you're familiar with Aleister Crowley, I'm gonna do I'm gonna try my very best to not talk about the stuff he did because I'm not trying to get this video deleted. But look, you know how he did like certain rituals to like uh, call out like demons and spirits, and he did that through trances, through obviously rituals, chants. He also used drugs, hashish, peyote, opium. He I'm not like some of the stuff I can genuinely not talk about. If you want to get into some dark stuff, look at like some Aleister Crowley rituals, bro. Like go deep into it, you're gonna lose your mind. It's crazy stuff. Maybe, dude, the way things are going, I might be the next Aleister Crowley. I hope I'm not. I hope I'm not. But I see it as a possibility. Aleister Crowley, holy fuck. Okay. But look, he in all of his rituals has used sex. Sex and sexuality was used in all of his rituals because sexuality opens certain spiritual portals that you cannot get access to without that sexual access, without that sexuality, right? So all of his rituals for manifestation, for evoking spirits and demons, he used that. I'm telling you, that's something not to be played with. I'm just putting a idea into your mind. If you're gonna do anything to get rich, if you're gonna do anything to, I'm just putting an idea into your mind. Sex magic is real. Be careful with that shit, dog. Be careful with that. You don't want to open no crazy portals with that, I'm telling you. Okay, but yeah, manifestation through visualization, all of that becomes intensified when you have that sexual energy. Your sexual energy is the most powerful energy you have. Use it carefully, with caution. And whatever it is you do, just be cautious of the potential, benefits. No, consequences. Cool. Cheers. Going crazy, aren't we? Going crazy. Funny. Cool. Spiritual experience. Kundalini. If you've ever heard of the Kundalini serpent rising, it is so much more difficult to achieve a Kundalini awakening without sexual transmutation. I'm telling you, that snake archetype, the snake of the Kundalini, is the sexual energy. And dude, the serpent archetype, the snake, is probably one of the most iconic and powerful archetypes. If you're familiar with Carl Jung's thing with archetypes, it is one of the most powerful archetypes in the collective unconscious. Once again, a Jungian term, but that is why the snake archetype, being ingrained into the collective unconscious psyche, is why people who are isolated on like some desert island and have never seen a snake in real life have dreams about snakes. You see? And that snake energy is literally, it's the penis. It's the sexual energy. It's the sexual Luciferian lightning bolt type of electric essence, you see? And I know a lot about it. I'll probably if I make a video describing the serpent archetype, it's probably going to be like a 3 hour long video. I'll make it happen before the next Gregorian year, because the Gregorian calendar of 2025 is going to be a snake year. So just for anyone, 2025 is going to have so much more sexual energy surrounding it, because we're dealing with the snake here. The snake is the most sexual sign of the zodiac, of the Chinese zodiac. Look at the snake, the letter S. Sex starts with S. The snake is S. It's the Kundalini. If you wanna get a hint into my video about numerology, look at the number 5. I'm personally born on the 5th, so my sexual energy is like insane, which is why it was a matter of time until I learned this stuff and used to implement that for some higher purpose besides, going crazy on, And if you look at the number 5, the 5 is literally a snake. It's literally a snake. So let me give you a hint. If you're a 5 life path, or if you're born on the 5th, 14th, or 23rd, 1 plus 4 being 5, 2 plus 3 being 5, you have the highest sexual energy out of all the other people on the earth, which means that you are able to manifest quicker because you have more sexual energy, and you need sexual energy to manifest. You cannot manifest without your sexual energy. And yeah, if you as a person born on the 5th, 14th, or 23rd can master that serpent energy, can get control over your lower nature, you're gonna take over the world quicker than any other number, because you already have a heightened sense of sexuality. You are more likely to be a sexual degenerate. So if you can transmute it and flip what the universe has set up for you on its head, you are literally breaking the matrix, and you can create and manifest anything using your sexual energy, because you're just so much more sexual, you see? I might be the next Aleister Crowley. Cool. Also, you are gonna have more intense dreams. There's something weird that happens with sexual transmutation, where you just get a deeper spiritual insight. You just have this deeper spiritual connection, and you're gonna see messages in your dreams. You're gonna experience synchronicities. You're gonna, literally magic starts to flow into your life. Magic starts to flow into your life. And someone who might tell me that magic is not real, it's not real until you let it be real. The moment you kind of allow it to become real, then it becomes real. If you're not open to it, it's never going to come. You need to be open to receiving magic. You need to be open to the possibility of it being real for it to become real. I'm telling you. Cool. Now let's talk about how to transmute that. How to not transmute it into the sexual orgasm, into the physical pleasure, rather into these higher chakras. Physical, right now, after I'm done recording this video, I'm gonna run a couple kilometers to the gym, have a crazy workout, run a couple kilometers back, take a cold shower, maybe make another video, maybe study. You see, that's literally the act of sexual transmutation. You are taking that. It's almost, bro, I'm telling you, if you're if you understand my situation by now, by watching this video, dude, that energy, it's electric. It's like fire. Look, if you don't believe me either, try not have an orgasm for a month, and then spend 5 minutes visualizing some sexual scenario. I'm telling you, it's gonna feel as if your whole body is burning. It's gonna feel as if your whole body is like electrically, you feel the electric currents of your nervous system. That's how powerful it is. It's the most powerful force available to you. I'm not even joking. Cool. So yeah, use it to transmute it into physical power. Go to the gym, go on a run, do yoga, because that energy needs to circulate. That energy needs to move. It needs to move around your auric field, your body, because if you practice semen retention and now you're just not ejaculating, but you don't do anything else, you just sit on the couch and watch TV, that sexual energy is going to build up in the lower energy centers, which is the root and the sacral chakra. And now you're just going to be hornier than ever. And then you're just suffering until you literally burst of horniness, until you end up relapsing and having like a 6 hour marathon of, I'm not going to say nothing else. Okay. So yeah, you need to move your body. You need to transmute that energy, get it to circulate, because otherwise it becomes stagnant. And you do not want to have stagnant sexual energy. That's when you get blue balls. That's when, like, bro, like your balls are gonna look the same as my shirt does. Trust me, you don't want none of that. Also, like my favorite way is to go running, because you're kind of like your legs like produce more testosterone than like working your arms. If you like have a good leg workout, it pumps testosterone like crazy. And when you're basically getting fried with the electricity of sexual energy, if you decide to go on a run, I'm telling you, you can run an entire day without getting tired. You can run for 7 hours. You can run a marathon and you will not get tired. It is because you're literally burning up that internal fuel. You're literally burning up that sexual energy. And the more you run, the more gets created. And you're like on a hamster wheel of... You get what I'm saying. I'm going crazy now. Okay. But yeah, yoga, certain breathing exercises, pranayama yoga. There's also whatever. And yeah, creative energy. That's the second thing. Transmute it into creative energy. School projects, class presentation, a YouTube video, artwork, creating some fancy bracelet. Yeah, yeah. Mental, solve a mathematical formula, become the next Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah, I don't know, something like that. And you can really do anything with it. Whatever it is that you want to get, you can get it through sexual transmutation. That's kind of where I'm getting to in this video. Damn, it's a 50-minute long video. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I think I've talked enough, honestly. Not much more I can say. Yeah, really, not much more I can say. I don't know whether I'm gonna edit this video, whether there's no point in it. I don't think there's a point in me editing this video because it'll just be, yeah, the ones who know, they know. The rest are not gonna understand anyway. So, yeah, some benefits of sexual alchemy. There you go. Have fun with it. And if any of that doesn't work out, um, you can like bust a nut or something. Or look, also, let me say some crazy stuff before I go. If you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, I'm talking about guys. Like in this video, I'm talking to guys. If you have a girlfriend and she's into all of that like weird stuff as well, um, manifesting through sexual energy and performing sex magic is more powerful when two people do it compared to when one person does it. Once again, use that however you want. I'm just the messenger. I'm just giving out information, right? So, yeah, there's a thing called like tantric sex. Yeah, Taoist sex. But I'm telling you, you can literally manifest anything you want with this. I'm not me myself. I don't use any of that like sex magic crazy stuff because I just don't know what portals that's gonna open. But I'm telling you, I might be the next Aleister Crowley. You see, this is just gonna develop in my psyche, and maybe in 20 years, I'll be the next Aleister Crowley doing some insane stuff. We'll see where we go. We'll see where we end up. As of now, I'm just a kid making YouTube videos. Anyways, Wizard Nikita out. Cheers. Damn.